Aldo Gonzalez. I'm here joined by Mrs. Leah Sirion. Hi, Mrs. Leah. How are you doing?
Good.
Thank
Thank you.
So today we're going to be talking about a very exciting project and initiative that we partnered together with NetSuite and with the Pangarap Foundation. So what we are going to talk about is a powerful project that happened throughout this year. And who better to do that than Mrs. Leah? So she's from Pangarap. I'd like to introduce her. So Mrs. Leah, if you can give your a brief introduction about yourself and what do you do at the Pangarap Foundation, I think that'd be great.
Hi, everyone. I'm Leia Lanzuela. I'm a registered social worker and with master's degree in social work. I am currently the executive director of Pangarap Foundation Incorporated, and I'm with the agency for 27 years.
Thank you, Mrs. Leah. Very great
Yes.
you're doing to help your community and so inspiring. So
Yes.
on this conversation, we're also joined by Mariel Werteman. So she is the
Yes.
Impact Director at Oracle NetSuite. So hi, Mariel, how are you?
Hi, Mariel.
Yes, hi.
Hi, Miss Mariel.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Um,
For us, it's evening.
yes, it's evening here.
Hi, Mariel, how are you? Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, good. I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. So I've been with Oracle for Oracle NetSuite for 12 years already. Initially I was handling, of course, account management and then move over to social impact. So speaking about social impact is actually a program of Oracle NetSuite wherein we actually support nonprofit organizations all over the globe, right, through the different pillars that we have. So social impact as a program we actually have three pillars. So the first pillar that we have is the suite donation pillar. This is us donating our software to eligible nonprofits and social enterprises globally, right? Like Pangarap Foundation, who of
Yes.
course received a software donation from us.
Yes.
So that's one of our pillars, and of course the second pillar that we have is the Suite Pro Bono pillar, wherein this is our way of making sure that organizations, again, such as Pangarap Foundation, we make sure that we don't just give the software for free, right? And we don't just donate. We make sure that they are empowered, they make use of the software, they become successful with it. So once they go live and now apply for pro bono projects, this can be like through quarterly pro bono. It can be like through build-a-thons. It can be through office hours, right? Those are the different types of, those are the different iterations of pro bono. And then at the same time, the third pillar that we have is the suite capacity. Suite capacity is a pillar of NetSuite wherein, of course, it's really complementing pro bono. This is us providing workshops to, again, the recipients of our software donation, and making sure that we enable them. They are fully capacitated in terms of like using the software, that it doesn't really go to waste, right? So those are the three pillars that we have. And so far, we have been very successful with it. And we're supporting a lot of organizations globally already.
Mariel, thank you so much. It is great to hear that Oracle has been investing in helping the community as well, and then also enabling organizations to become faster and more agile when serving the community. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. It's our pleasure.
So also we are joined by Elaine Bernardine. So she's part of the Bring IT team. She worked on the implementation. So hi, Elaine. Can you give us just a little bit intro about yourself?
Okay, hi everyone. So I'm Elaine Bernardine. So I'm working under Bring IT, and I am the one working closely with Rainy during the implementation. So a brief background from my work experience. So I've been a consultant for I think almost 8 years. So I've worked with different ERP systems, and I've been with Bring IT for a year already, more than a year. And this project with Pangarap Foundation is actually my first social impact project. So it really means a lot to me, and it's also my first project in the Philippines where I live and stay. So it's also close to my heart. So that's it from me.
Yeah. Yes, thank you, Eileen.
Thank you, Elaine.
Jamie is here.
So now we have your
Yes.
questions. As you know, Ms. Leah, you are our speaker guest. So we have a couple of questions, so you can talk to the audience about some of the details of the implementation. And I'd like to start. So first of all, if you can talk about some of the challenges you did in
Yeah.
your organization that you had before.
Yeah. Thank you, Aldo. Actually, before we took time for us, I mean, retrieving reports, it's really hard retrieving reports, especially financial reports, since it's being done manually, So now it's more easier especially for Jamie. Whenever I ask a financial report, she could easily give that particular report to us whenever we report to a donor. So like today, we prepared 3 reports with financial reports. So it had been easy for her, unlike before that we used to do it manually.
Thank you. So how is this technology helped your organization, especially talking about managing the funding and then donations in the community? How has NetSuite helped you on that?
Yeah. Well, especially Jamie, she has easy access to records as well as the transactions, and then of course in generating reports. So it's just because of the software that had been donated to us by Oracle NetSuite. So it had been easy for us, especially in reporting.
Nice. And can you, speaking about a little bit of the numbers, how many people across have you helped through these processes?
Here, for us, the staff here, we are 5. So we are the one preparing reports for donor service, I mean donor care. And whenever a donor is asking some financial transaction, Jamie could easily provide. So that would be, for us, it is a good record. I mean, in terms of an organization, transparency is very necessary for a foundation like us. So whenever you are available, you have available transactions and good reports are being submitted before the due dates, of course, we are giving them good impression that we are transparent and we could account easily to them the things that we spent, because of the daily transactions that Jamie is doing through the use of the software.
So with that processes and with that technology, have you seen improvements on the communication, on the relationship management, accountability and transparency with your donors or your volunteers across how many projects? And can you speak a little bit in detail about this as well?
Yeah. Yes, the foundation needs to, of course, before, kasi it's really difficult for us. So the foundation needs to update and of course adapt to the emerging digital demands, especially during the pandemic. So almost all of our donors used to come to us giving us checks, I mean, they used to come in our office, but because of the pandemic and through the use of the digital or the technology, some people also learned how to donate through online. So through banking, online banking. So they need not to come here physically to our office just to donate a check. So they can easily donate to our accounts via banking system or online banking. So we have a software also for donors. So the donors could easily been acknowledged whenever they turn in donations. So because of the use of the technology, we could easily acknowledge. And of course, if you are acknowledging and accounting the donation, the people are more encouraged to donate, no? So, and then they are, of course, we are, in a way, we are updating them how the money had been used. So through the use of the technology, our programs needed funds are being supported by donors because of maybe the good transactional things that we're doing, that we acknowledge based from the technology that we're using. We are encouraging more donors to come.
So, especially on the donor experience, right? And as you said, changing your manual processes to all digital, it sounds that you're providing not only to also the people, but a simple, easier way for people to provide that support. So when it comes to the implementation, as you know, we have Elaine here from the implementation team and Bring IT. Did you get all your questions answered, all the help that you needed? How was that process by understanding the technology, and how did you work with the team?
Yeah, actually, well, being as the supervisor of Jamie, I always ask her what's happening, and I think Elaine and the rest of the team are very patient enough to answer any queries or any questions that Jamie would like to know. And that is, I think they are already friends in a way. So Jamie is no longer hesitant to ask clarifications and questions, no? So I think we really appreciate uh, Elaine and who's the other one? Only Elaine is the one usually the one coaching and training Jamie in the use of the software.
Yeah. Now talking about how are you leveraging the software, how has your team being able to adapt to use it? Is it easy to use? Is it easy to understand? And then the team as well has helped you.
Yeah. Well, I think I haven't heard of any complaints. So I think it's really easy for them, no? Because, if they have experiencing difficulty, I am always the one to know first, no? So I think things is coming to Jamie easy, no? And the other team members in our philanthropic development office in charge of administrative concern, including financial, that is a big help to us, no?
Thank you. So we talked about the donor experience and how easy it is for them to provide support. Now, when it comes to you, right, to your visibility, to your operation, is the technology helping you to get that visibility on what's happening across, like where the donations are going, how to make decisions? Can you talk a little bit about that as well?
Yes. Actually, donor care is now being done through online database. So we have a software wherein all of our donors are already included, no, and listed. And whenever we prepare, we have a monthly online news brief, some highlights happening in the programs. So they're getting them through online, through emails. So all the donors in our donor care software, they are receiving our highlight or brief report during the month. And some donors who are giving us money through PayPal, who are working abroad or far from the Philippines, we are acknowledging their donation through online already, no? So we need not to send them our thank you card with the receipt, no? And we spend for the mail, So now we just took a picture or take a picture of the official receipt plus our thank you card, and we send through online, no? So we no longer send them via mail, no? And our communication with partners and other stakeholders is easily done through emails, no? And for example, our community base is a little bit far from here, so it's like 2 hours drive by land, no? So usually we are no longer need to go there to get reports. So we just use through emails or Viber. Now they are expanding actually. So we have now Viber. So we do chat messaging and other social media platforms that could possibly enhance what we're doing.
Nice.
So it's really, well, for me it's easy for us because here in Pangarap we have also network. So sometimes the reports of other program stuff I can open in my computer, so I can already check the reports.
So seems that technology, like we mentioned in the beginning, is enabling your operations.
Yeah.
Not only
Yes.
locally, but can you talk about on the plans for the Pangarap Foundation expansion locally? How is this technology facilitating that?
Mm-hmm. Actually, for us, data is very important in making some decisions. So either program-wise or cases of clients, because we could easily talk among ourselves via any kind of platform. So for us, easy access to data is really necessary for prioritizing things, in making some decision, specifically for planning strategically. So every year, before at the onset of every new year, we have always an evaluation of programs and services, and of course, from the data that had been collected and gathered, staff are analyzing what had been a success in terms of numerical targets as well as the qualitative targets, and what had been the problem. And from then on, we could see which should be given priority for the following year, and so on and so forth in terms of planning.
Thank you. So it's also helping on the plan. And it's
Yes.
like we are on our final question that is aligned to the future, right? How do you envision continuing working with the Bring IT team and the team at Oracle NetSuite to help on your next stage? So how is it compared to your growth that you're going to have? What's next stuff for you with the help of this technology?
Yeah. We would like to accomplish the job on time with accuracy and quality reports. And we are seeing that program outcome and impacts are easily measured in terms of number of people reached vis-a-vis the target, as well as the descriptive impact or the results of the programs. And then, of course, Pangarap used to share the experiences to other organizations, like the technology of handling our cases, the manner we manage cases, our good practices are being shared to other organizations. So we would like also others to learn, from us. So that's why Pangarap is trying always to be experiencing in advance, so that others can also refer from us in their work. Okay, so but specifically, Aldo, we would like our systems to be in place. People are well trained and procedures are well written, because not all people will be forever here, in foundations like us, we need to write everything. So like the procedures we're doing for our kids, everything had been written down. And of course, updating and training of staff to the emerging digital trends. So I am seeing that. And of course, our long time plan, computerization of case management system. So that would be easy for the case management team if it's computerized, as well as the program management for easy counting of output, the outcome and the impact. It would be very easy for us in making reports. And I added here, we would like an updated digital marketing campaign materials. No? So as foundation, we are not funded by the government, and we need to raise funds, and we need some digital marketing campaign. And part of it is an updated audiovisual presentation for our advocacy efforts. So those are the things that we would like to see in the near future that could possibly the team will help us out.
Absolutely. I think that's a very ambitious roadmap, but you already
Yeah.
accomplished a lot. So I'm trustful that
Yeah.
you're going to get there, and with the help
Yeah.
of the right technology and then the right team.
Yes.
So thank you so much for giving us
Yes.
those great answers. I am
Yeah.
going to look if we have some questions from the audience here. So it looks like we have a couple coming through. So just somebody's asking is, if you look back at your experience, what is a lesson that you learned from this process that stands out to you?
Well, as people, no, in the organization, being patient, patience is very, according to them, is already an art. No, but of course, we had being 34 years in this program, in this foundation. I think we need to be always open to new things like this technology. We need to emerge new things for us. We have to adapt to the trends. That's why we welcome the NetSuite, Miss Marielle, the team of Miss Marielle. We welcome them, and even the board approve it. So that's why I think that being open enough always to changing and emerging changes, no, both internally and externally in the foundation.
Thank you, Mrs. Leah.
Yes. Yes.
There's another question I see. So
Yes.
do you have any words of advice to other similar organizations wanting to either adopt NetSuite ERP or convert into NetSuite or any technology in general?
Yeah. Well, I can always speak of what we had experienced. So, experiences by the foundation can always be shared, good or not so good things. But the best is how good things will be shared much better more, no? That they will be able to get and learn from them is, I think, a better way of encouraging and sharing to others. So there are, I could still see some NGOs that are not yet so well familiar with or using some technology, but I think with this time, especially during the pandemic, I think everyone is learning because we need to adapt.
Yes, especially with technology.
Yes.
Well, those are the questions that I see, but as we mentioned, you will get the details of the Pangarap Foundation. So you would also get Mrs. Leah's and her team's contact number, and then our number. So we will be making that available. But Mrs. Leah, again, I think in behalf of Bring IT, I want to thank you, and then as well Oracle NetSuite for your participation and your time, as well as Mariel and for joining us, and then also creating this impact together. So at Bring IT, we're looking forward to continue working with organizations like Pangarap, and then throughout the geography, so we continue to bring in positive impact.
Yes. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Aldo, and the rest of the team.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Mariel, any final words you'd like to share?
Yes, again for all the employees of Bring IT, right? So if you're really, I mean, if you're interested of like sharing your skills, your talents, right? I mean, I know that Pangarap, I mean, like for example, sharing your skills to Pangarap Foundation, right? I know that Bring IT is planning on doing or engaging with some other organizations, right? So if you have a chance, if you have an opportunity that's going to open up your way, right, to just really share your time, your expertise, with especially with NetSuite, right? So just go ahead and go for it. I mean, the experience is really different. I'm sure Elaine really enjoyed the experience, and of course, same thing with the organization. So for all of you who wanted to refer maybe some organizations that you're connected with, maybe in your community, if you're connected with your church, if you're if you some other organizations again in your community that you're volunteering with, so go ahead and refer them to us. We will go ahead and qualify them for you if they are eligible to receive our software donation. Of course, we would coordinate with Bring IT on the geographic location, right? And then we'll let you know. We'll let you know once everything is good to go.
Thank you, Mariel.
Miss Mariel.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Also make your contact details available. So if any organizations are also watching this, they can contact you directly, and then we can work out further details. But yeah, again, Elaine, thank you as well for joining us. I also echo as Mariel's message. So for everybody that's going through their consulting process, I think it's very important and enriched just to go through and work with an amazing leader like Mrs. Lea. So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
And again, thanks everyone. So thank you again to the Pangarap Foundation, to the team at Bring IT, to Mariel at Oracle NetSuite for joining us today and talking about this amazing program. We will communicate other details. And thanks everyone for joining us as well. We'll be making sure to get you the on-demand recording for this webinar. And in case that you missed out anything, and please continue having a rest of your day. Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you so much, Aldo, for having us.
Thank you, Mrs. A, and thanks everyone.